mixed emotions about today. On one hand, I'm finally feeling great. I'm back to 100%, so I wanted to do that springtime makeup look featuring Honest Beauty products that I told you about. And then on the other hand, we had a week full of gorgeous spring days, and of course the time I sit down to film this, it's freezing outside and they're calling for potential snow tonight. But it is spring in my mind. It is going to be spring in this video because I'm really excited about some of the products I purchased. I have a handful, maybe 5. I'm going to focus on those, but I'm going to tell you everything I have on my face so far. The first thing I used is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I love this. I think it adds just the right little hint of moisture and it helps with whatever, the longevity of whatever makeup I put on top. And the first Honest product I purchased is their Everything Tinted Moisturizer. And from what I can tell online, this comes in 2 versions. There's a metallic silver tube that's better for people with dry skin, and I bought the oil-free version, which of course is better for people with oily skin. It's a thicker consistency, but once I apply it to my face, it blends out effortlessly. And I use the Furless CB3 brush to blend it out. I love these together. I think it works really well. It's not a ton of coverage, so I would use this on casual days or days when I'm having a good skin day and I don't have a lot of stuff to camouflage. The only thing I'll say about it is it does, even though it's oil-free, it does get oily in my T-zone, so I need to blot once or twice throughout the day, and if I'm not faithful with blotting, it does start to break up around my nose. So at the end of the day, when I'm getting ready to take off my makeup, I really like how my skin looks, except around my nose. It's one of those products that I think kind of melds in with your skin and just makes your skin look better. For concealer, I use my new favorite duo, and if you have really dark under eye circles, this might be for you too, because I am loving the Urban Decay Naked Skin in the new Peach Correcting Tone. I apply this quite liberally underneath my eyes, and I find it really helps to camouflage that darkness. And then I top it off with the regular concealer in Fair Neutral. I apply this underneath my eyes, a little bit around my nose, and then on any blemishes. To blend everything out, I've been using the Zoeva 110 Face Shape Brush. This is so good for blending out concealer, and then on any blemishes, I just kind of tap in the product very lightly so I'm not moving it around. I do need to set both the concealer and the tinted moisturizer, so I took a little bit of the RMS Unbeauty on this Wet n Wild powder brush, and I just used this in my T-zone because I'm going for a little bit more of a glowy cheek, so I don't want to cover that with powder. The first colored product I used is my new favorite bronzer. This is from Physicians Formula. I talked about it in my last favorites video. It is their Butter Bronzer, and I have this in the lighter shade. This is so good. I love everything about it. I love the smell. I love the shade. I love how easy it is to blend out. I took it on a little bit of a larger bronzer brush. This one is from Bobbi Brown, and I just used this on the perimeter of my face, and I also brought it up on my cheeks just a little bit, almost like a little bit of a shaping blush, and then down my neck. For highlighter, I used another new product. This just came out from RMS. It's called their Master Mixer, and I bought this because of Lily from Genuine Glow. It looked so good on hers. I will link her blog post down below. This is like a rose gold version of their very famous Living Luminizer. That is one of my all-time favorite highlighting products. I haven't decided if I like one better than the other. I might still like the Living Luminizer a little bit better, but this is a gorgeous product. So I applied it to the top of my cheekbones, and then I took a dual-sided Kat Von D brush to apply just a little bit to my Cupid's bow and also a little bit on my inner corners. The second Honest Beauty product I'm going to use today is their Creme Blush in the shade Truly Exciting. And this color is gorgeous. It's a nude with some peachiness to it. It's one of those colors where it gives you a little bit of life to your face, but it doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of blush. And for this, I used the Real Techniques contour brush, and I just lightly almost dabbed it on because I don't want to move any of the foundation underneath of it. So I just lightly tap it and then slightly blend it out at the edges. My parents are out of town, so we are cat sitting their giant white cat, and Zeus just wants to play with him so badly, and he just wants nothing to do with it. So it's been a little bit crazy. Jared and I have decided that our house is a little bit too small for 3 cats. I'm also testing out the Honest Brow Filler in the shade Warm Auburn. My all-time favorite brow pencil is from MAC, and it's in the shade Lingering. So that's kind of what I'm going to compare this to because that's my frame of reference. This color is a warmer version of Lingering, and the Honest is a little bit less pigmented. It's a more waxy formula. So I think it takes me a little bit longer because I'm having to build up the color a bit, but it gives a softer look. So if that's what I'm going for, it's great. Packaging wise, I like that the Honest Beauty comes in a twist up. All the other kind of natural brow pencils I've used had to be sharpened. So I like that it's a twist up, but I like that Lingering is a little bit smaller tip. I find that it's more precise. But I like that Warm Auburn. The Honest packaging has a spoolie on the end because a lot of times I'm drawing and then brushing it out with a spoolie. So I think that's really convenient. So I need to use this a little bit more before I can tell you if I'm going to repurchase. Before I move into the star of the show, which are the eyeshadows, I want to tell you what I have on my eyes so far. I used the Kat Von D primer, and then I used a matte cream color as my brow bone highlight, and I took just a tiny bit of Sweetheart from the Tartelette In Bloom palette. That's my favorite color from the palette. And I put that really high up in my crease because I'm using some cooler mauves and pinky shades, and just having a little bit of warmth I think makes it a little bit more wearable for me. So now I'm going to move a little bit closer and finish with the eyes. This is the trio I purchased. I really like it. It is called Truly Magnetic Heather Mauve. They don't have individual names, so I'm going to start out with this matte mauve color. I'm going to take it on a large fluffy brush. This is the Sigma E35. I'm going to blend this in my lower crease and really spend some time buffing it out. I really like that color. I also took a little bit of it on this Zoeva 226 smudger brush and smudged it into my lower lash line. I don't normally like wearing shadow on my lower lash line, but this color is really pretty. So I smudged it and then just made sure to kind of connect it in this outside corner. Now I have the lightest shade in the trio on a Luxe Smoky Shader brush from Zoeva, and I'm just going to lightly press this on my lid. I don't really want to pack it on. I'm not going for a really intense look. I want everything to be soft and a little bit glowy. To finish up the eyes, I took a little bit of this Tarte brown liner, which I have sharpened too much that I cannot see the name of, but I will put it down below. Took just a tiny bit of this on my outside corner, and then before it had time to set, I took an angled eyeliner brush from Zoeva and I dipped it into the largest or to the darkest shadow in this trio. It's this deep shimmery purple, and I used this brush with that powder on it to manipulate the eyeliner a little bit and just drag it and make my eyes look a little bit more upturned. I really like doing this because I feel like it gives that hint of purple, which I think is really pretty and spring-like, without looking like, whoa, I just did a completely purple eye. So it's very subtle, which is how I like to wear a color. And then to finish everything up, I curled my lashes and I applied 2 very generous coats of the Benefit Roller Lash. And then I took just a tiny bit of the They're Real Tinted Primer from Benefit also. This is a mink brown color, and I put just a tiny bit of this on my lower lashes. I only have lips to finish up, but before that, I wanted to talk about hair just for a quick second. I've been using 2 new products. One is a product, one is a tool. This first one is from Caviar. It's called their Miracle Multiplying Volume Mist. Only used this a few times, but I'm already loving it. It gives me some really nice volume, which I'm always looking for without weighing my hair or making it feel like I have a lot of product in my hair. So I'm gonna keep testing this out, but I think you'll probably end up seeing that in a favorites video. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is this curling iron from T3. And if you have seen my hair styling routine, you know that I use a wand from T3. I love it, it's amazing. It makes whatever hairstyle I do last for forever. So T3 was nice enough to send me this brand new product. This is the fanciest hair tool I have ever owned in my life. This is a self-twisting, I guess, self-rotating, maybe is the better word for it, curling iron. I tried to take some shots of me using this upstairs, so hopefully those turned out. But you put your hair in it, just a small amount of hair, and you drag it down to the end, and then you push a button, and just with a little, like a slight flick of your wrist, it can feel which way you want it to twist. It's really hard to explain. I've only used it a few times, but I really like it. I really like how my hair looks when I use it. So I'm gonna run upstairs really quick and take down my hair, run my fingers through it, and put some hairspray, and I'll be back to show you the finished look, and then we'll also finish up with lips. This is the completed hair, and I like that I got some volume with the Caviar Mist, but it doesn't feel like I have any product in my hair whatsoever. My hair feels really soft. I also like that the T3 iron gives just a really soft bend to the ends. I think that's a soft, pretty look, perfect for spring. To finish up the makeup, I first used MAC Boldly Bare Lip Liner. I used this to define the shape of my lips, and then I topped it off with a little bit of the gloss in Kind Kiss. I bought this because I think I saw a look where Jessica Alba herself was wearing it, and I thought it was beautiful. Kind of wish I would have gotten one of the jumbo lip crayons instead. I've seen some reviews and those look really pretty. So if I ever place another order, I would definitely get another one of the eyeshadow trios. I really want one of the brown ones. I think the eyeshadows are fantastic. I also want to try their eyeliners, and the mascara I was planning on ordering, but it was out of stock when I tried. So if that ever comes back in stock, I will get the mascara and let you know what I think of that. But but I hope you enjoyed some of my initial impressions. I've had everything for about 2 weeks, so I do need to play with it more so I can give you a full review, but I think that's it for my first springtime look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a new video very soon.